So welcome to the second video in the series. This video will have multiple people in it, and I'll go about showing how I've done this one. So I'll play the video so you can have a little look at it.
Welcome to the Brian O'Reilly Show. Today we'll be talking about Ukraine and Putin. Also we'll be discussing Trump and the tariffs. Will it save America or will it be the end? Joining me tonight to discuss this from the panel is Tyler Johnson from There's So Many Podcasts Out There, Would Anyone Listen to Mine podcast. Also Mike Jones on Make Me a Man, Help Me Stop Crying podcast. And finally Anna Chapman from Sexual Rocks Are Not the Future, Humanity Is podcast. Thanks for joining me, guys. So, Anna, let's start with you. How do you think the Trump administration is handling the peace talks? And do you think Putin is willing to come to the table?
Oh, thank you for having me. Yeah, so I think he's trying to show respect to Putin in order to bring him to the table. He meant the hours on that cards, as he says. And but we need to give him time to try and get through this and trying to see if we can work out a deal.
Tyler, what do you think about Trump's tariffs? Will they make America great?
So look, Europe ain't been giving America a fair deal. They can take you from them. So Trump is trying to bring jobs back to America to make America great. And I think it's too early to tell just yet. We have to wait and see what happens in 3-4 years from now.
Mike, your response to that?
I disagree with Tyler. That's not what the economists are saying. This could put us into recession and destroy the whole country. Not to mention, he's thinking about giving tax cuts to the rich, and that's just unacceptable.
Thank you for joining us on the Brian O'Reilly Show. I'm censored. Thank you to the panel guests. And see you next Tuesday.
So yeah, that was the video I made. Has a number of different characters in my video compared to the first one. Try something a bit different for you, see what it would look like. I think it looks alright. The woman audio is not that good. It's a bit rubbish, but I decided because I was doing it for educational sort of purposes, if you like, I just kept it in, but that could be a lot better. And parts of the host, Brian O'Reilly, could be a bit better as well, but I just kept him in for now. So for this video, I generated the images with Kling. As you can see, these are some of the images I generated, and obviously I went with this one. And yeah, so obviously that's the woman one. European woman with blonde hair, pretty, doing podcast, streaming online, facing camera, 1 like. That's the prompt I used. Pretty straightforward. So for the host, Brian O'Reilly, I went with this one down here. European man, 50 years old, in new studio, news host, but he's streaming online, looking at camera, facing camera, lav mic on jacket, sitting at desk. And for the final one, I went with this one. Mike, a European man with moustache, doing podcast, but streaming online, facing the camera, 1 mic. I think view from the left I put there. Yeah, view from the left. So here we're in the image generation tag. Here you got the video on. And so what you do is you put your prompt there. As you can see, mine's over here. You can pick your dimension. 1.1, 916. With this one I went with 916, and as you can see it's a bit thinner on the edges. I think with the other ones I went with 1.1. Here you got outputs. Normally 4 is, I think, default, but you can have as many as you want. And here high res, which is a new feature, or we can have standard. So over here you've got upload a reference, and so I'll give you a quick little demonstration to see what that does. So if I upload this picture, which is basically this one down here, if I go to subject, higher face res means more reference to the face of the subject. So if you have this higher, it will keep the face the same. And normally, yeah, the clothing and the hairstyle will be kept the same. The higher you have this, or if you put it really low, like a 12, and then put the prompt in. The face shall remain the same, but they should change the rest of the picture. As you can see, it's kept the face the same, but the background and hems and everything are a bit different. And the suit's technically different as well. This one's actually quite similar to that one, and he's in a slightly different position. As you can see, as the pictures come up, same face and clothes, but now he's on a bench. And so then if you have them all the way up, that's what normally it tends to do, so you can play around with them. So here are all the individual videos for the full video. Here I've got Mike 5 seconds, Tyler 5 seconds, 20 seconds. And so basically, depending on how long I have them talking, what I did in Kling is pretty much I got, for all of them, I got them all for 5 seconds. And then if I wanted to make them longer, I decided I was going to put them into DaVinci Resolve and either make them 10, 15, 20, however long. Plus you can save credits that way, so if that's something that you want to do. And so here, I've also got the ones that are going to be smiling. So when one of them's talking, the other two are not, so then they're smiling. And then vice versa, they've all got a smiling version and a talking version. And this is the picture which I put in the background of Brian O'Reilly Uncensored. Now I did sort of base it on the Piers Morgan show, which I've seen, which I quite like. And so I tried to do like a AI version, if you like, just a bit of fun. And so for the talking videos, I had them moving naturally, subtly, as if talking. I pretty much did that for all of them, I think, near enough. It's pretty straightforward. Nice and quick. I was getting used to using Kling and making these videos by then as well. And for them smiling, looking at the camera smiling. That was for the these ones were for the intro video. I think I did a few attempts on this one because sometimes they don't always turn out the way you want. And so I just tried different prompts. I think I eventually went with this one, with the blonde lady, Anna. It was quite hard to get her to just listen without talking. And so I think eventually I went with this one. But instead of 1.6, I used 2.0, and so then I couldn't get it to loop. And so I had to edit the video myself to try and make it look as natural as I can, and I had to sort of cut it. And so you can kind of see that in the video, but it's the best I could do, but it's pretty good. It wasn't too bad. It's the background. And then I got it moving. It did this all by itself, but still looked alright. So then after this, I went over to Runway. Then just like in the first video, Act 1, video down there, and then put yourself up there. And then I created the video. So I did that in the first video, so pretty straightforward there. And then I went over to 11 like before, changed all the voices. So you can choose your own voices, whatever you want. So here is DaVinci Resolve that I used to put the video together. As you can see, I've got the world motion just underneath. It goes behind Brian's on top, and then I've got the Brian O'Reilly Uncensored at the bottom. And so with that, if you want to move something, you click on it, and you see here you can move it up and down, left or right, and you can even zoom to make it as small as big as you want by moving these. Also got crop as well. I mean, you don't miss one. But and then here's the Anna's answer, and Tyler and Mike are just waiting. but they're still moving, which is what I wanted. So if we go over here, again, with each one of them, you can move left or right or up and down. I didn't really use the down one for any of these, just left and right, and the crop one, left and right. So you can cut it more. It goes into there, so then when you're trying to fit them in, and so that's the woman's answer. And then Anna's silent here, Tyler answer, and basically same editing there. And then Mike's response, Tyler silent, and Anna silent. So you can see I've just named them so I know what they are. 20 seconds. I did upscale on Runway on a few of them just to see what they look like. So this one's actually upscaled to 4K, and so a few of the others, and they look pretty good. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.